Welcome back to Footy Tripz Terrace Tales. If you're new here, join me on my challenge to visit 50 of the world's biggest football clubs, where I rate matchday experiences at each club and give you a clear idea of what to expect when you visit. Today's episode is all about Atalanta and what a trip to Bergamo has in store. So starting off with flights and tickets. Flights to Atalanta are actually very cheap and very frequent because Ryanair's Milan airport is actually down as Milan Bergamo. So Atalanta play in Bergamo. So you're actually flying straight into the city where Atalanta are. So they're very frequent with Ryanair. We flew from Dublin. Really cheap flights. I think the return flights were something around €60. So really cheap and frequent. And when it comes to match tickets, it's really easy to get tickets to Atalanta. You just set up an account with Atalanta. We bought them directly from the club website. It was €21 for a ticket, and we got, I think, 6 or 7 tickets. So it was really easy, cheap and accessible. So when it comes to getting there and getting match tickets, Atalanta is very easy on that front. Then when it comes to the city itself, Bergamo, it's a nice quiet place. It's very mountainous. It's up in the Lombardy region. It's just about an hour from Milan. So it's a really nice place, nice city, quiet vibe. Doesn't seem to be too much tourists there. A lot of locals, but just a really nice environment. Definitely worth going to. The stadium itself, Atalanta play in the New Balance Arena. It used to be called the Giwiz Arena. I think it was bought by New Balance last year with the sponsorship agreement. So they've actually been renovating the stadium as well. It used to be around 21,000 capacity. I think it's up to around 25,000 now, but it's a really nice ground. It's probably the most scenic stadium I would say I've ever been in the sense that it looks out at the mountains behind the north stand, and it is just really nice. So if you are going, I'd advise to sit in the south stand or close to the south stand so you can actually see that view. As well, the ultra group sit in the north stand as well. So if you want to be facing them, they're called Corva Nord Bergamo. So the Bergamo north stand. Good atmosphere in the game. The atmosphere itself, really good. A lot of noise from the ultras throughout. We were in the south stand next to the away support. So the away support are kind of in a corner. Between the south and west, I'm gonna say. So yeah, it was actually, I'd actually would recommend buying south stand tickets because you're beside the away support, you're facing the ultras, so you've got a good view of the pitch as well. So that was a good stand to sit in. The fans itself, really nice. Like they say themselves, like anyone who supports Atalanta is not a glory hunter. They're supporting Bergamo because it's so close to Milan. So if you grew up in Bergamo, you could just say I'll support Inter Milan or AC Milan. They're still very close by, but the people who choose to support their local team, Atalanta, up until they won the Europa League in Dublin there last year, like they'd no real major honours. Like they'd never won a European title. They hadn't won a league in so long. So like they say that they're proper fans. That's what they call themselves. They say they're not in it for the glory. Really good fan base. They say they're not a big club as well. They identify themselves like they're the smaller team in that area of Italy. So look, really good fans. The pre-match atmosphere, there wasn't much. It was pretty chilled. It's like fans congregate around the ground. There's cafes that people go for a glass of wine or a beer, or those Italian sandwiches before a game. It was actually really nice, relaxed environment. There's cafes near the ground. We went to one called Morla Bistro, and got a sandwich and a beer. And then just before the game, there's a tiny bar right across from the stadium. It's literally right beside the stadium, and it's called Il Barretto. and there's a small car park next to that bar, so everybody just buys beers from that small bar and then comes out and has them in the car park and in the sun. And it's actually a pretty nice environment, like compared to other pre-match cultures like around the world. It actually was like really chilled environment and just nice, you know, a nice match day experience. The game itself, the atmosphere, we got 7 goals in the game, so, and Atalanta won. It was 5-2, so it was a cracking game in that sense. So the atmosphere was obviously really good. When it comes to flights, tickets, the stadium, the city, the atmosphere, the ultra groups, the fans, food and drink. So I suppose to finish with maybe a fact, my overall opinion and what I recommend. So the fact is that babies born in Atalanta hospitals are given an Atalanta jersey the day they're born. Every baby born in Bergamo goes home with an Atalanta jersey, which is pretty cool. I think more clubs around the world should start doing that. It's just a deadly idea, you know, that they're a fan from birth. My overall match day experience and opinion, really enjoyed it. Atalanta is one of those clubs where I want to go back, I want to go again, especially since they've renovated their stadium. That's even more of a reason to want to go back and see it now. And so if you're looking for a chilled match day experience, you know, good food, drink, weather, good football, nice stadium, cool fans, yeah, I think I would recommend Atalanta. I think I will be back. And as part of my challenge, I'm actually getting a tattoo of a grid of 50 hexagons, and I'm getting one subtle symbol for each club I visit on this challenge. So for Atalanta, the symbol I've gone for is a mountain because of the gorgeous mountainous background behind the north stand. It's just breathtaking view. It's not something you see from a terrace of a football match everywhere around the world. So that was something that stood out to me. So my subtle symbol that I've gotten there is the mountain. So overall, yes, no. Would I recommend a trip to Atalanta? Yes, I would. So if you are enjoying this challenge, please feel free to subscribe, follow, share, and tune in for the next one. Cheers.